How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new series on the channel. We're playing a full season of LFM online racing. Been playing a little bit of ACC lately and I thought, you know what, let's make a series out of it. So in the GT3 rookie series here, on the first week track, it is Kyalami. Now, I do not like this track very much. I have never played it up until this week. So brand new for me. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this goes. I played 4 races this week. And yeah, there's some quite interesting stuff that goes on here. So we're looking now. This is my fastest qualifying lap. I set a 43.372, but not quite quick enough. Sitting P5 at the moment, which if you can see my car number is number 5. That is where my recommended ELO puts me. But yeah, hopefully we can go a bit quicker on this second lap here. Tyres are getting a little bit hot in the back. And this is our last lap of qualifying, only 52 seconds left, so this is essentially a do or die situation. So we're nearly 2/10 up, going into the hairpin. Hopefully we don't catch the Ferrari in front. It will definitely slow us down. I elected to choose a Porsche because I do enjoy the Porsche. It has quite good handling for me. A lot of people don't like how oversteery it is. I do actually end up changing in the last race, but for now, pretty happy with the Porsche. Got a decent setup on there. So 2.5 tenths going into the last couple of corners. You do not want to hit that sausage curb, sorry, on the inside. That is deadly. Last corner, get a good drive. Not too bad. We don't catch up to the Porsche, which is good. Doesn't slow us down at all. End up setting a 43.0, so definitely not a bad result. I was happy with that. Ferrari just taking a joyride before the race. I can't remember who did that in F1. I think one of the drivers spun out. I think that's what they call it. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look it up. But good traction off the start. Goes straight up to P4 past the Ferrari. T1 is deadly here. We definitely want to keep our nose clean. Try and get around there. I brake way too early, but just wanted to survive the first corner. So positions 1, 2 and 3, they are very good drivers. I'm going to try and keep up with them. Big crash behind, as you saw in the mirror there. It puts a lot of people out, and honestly that's about as exciting as this race was. There was the 3 at the front that were really quick. Then there was me, sort of half a second behind per lap, and then there were cars behind me which were about a second behind per lap. So pretty lackluster coming in for the pit stop here at 19 minutes. So quite a late pit stop. I usually try and do a late pit stop just because if I am running some good lap times, I'll just keep running with the extra fuel that I've got to try and keep out of the traffic. Because if you do pit early, there's a good chance that you're going to be in some traffic and that'll slow you down. So out of the pits here, still P4. No real surprise there. Guys behind us pitting as well, so they're not coming down the straight to take us out into T1. You can see it's starting to get quite dark though. I was wondering what the weather was going to do, and I looked down and you can see there's a bit of rain forecast for 30 minutes. Now, very interesting what's going to happen in the last couple of laps of this race, because that rain was brought forward. You can see down there in the forecast. And here we go. So the rain was very early. We're on a dry setup with slick tires, so it's going to be quite hard to make up any ground here. I really just have to try and savor what I can of this race. No real threat behind, 16 seconds behind. I really do want to try and get past this Bentley as soon as possible and as cleanly as possible. If not, just run out the rest of this race just how it is, because it's very hard to drive slick tires on a wet racetrack. The Bentley lets us pass there. Thankfully, we don't need to battle with him and get us both taken out. So now it's just damage mitigation. Just trying to stay clean. My lap times were quite slow. You can see the last there, 1:48. Real slow. Not really gaining or losing any time ahead or behind me. Just a bit of damage mitigation, just trying to get to the end of the race. And we do. So last corner. Oh, big save. That's scary, that chicane, especially when it's wet on slick tires. So big slide there as well. I'd be worried if you had to do a couple more laps in this race. Quite interesting, but we did finish P4. One of the ahead drivers just quit the race before I finished the line. So it says that I finished P3, but it is P4. Onto the second race here. It's a night race, which I'd never ran. I never practiced in in the dark at Kyalami, and it's quite difficult because some of your brake markers are not boards, they're actually pieces on the track or off to the side. So again, going into my fastest qualifying lap here, 2.5 tenths up on my previous time, which was a 43.1. So I believed I could definitely find some time here, especially in the last sector. So trying to push a little bit, but not too hard. Keep an eye on what we're doing on track, especially because it is dark. One mistake can be fatal. Like, even still, we are quite a lot of time up at the moment, but we have 9 minutes left. So if I can't set a good time here, I can try and do a couple more laps later on, and yeah, try and set a faster time. So more than half a second up, a 42.5 at the moment. Very hard to spot your braking marker there. Sort of have to guess where it is, or I don't know about the other drivers. Always have trouble with that corner. Going into the kink, don't hit the sausage curb. Oh, I just clip it there. Not too bad. And find the braking marker. Turn in nice and gentle. Power to the ground. And there we go. 8 tenths up on our last time. It should be a 42.3. You see where it puts us. P3 at the moment. Still 9 minutes left. I don't think I actually improved on that. This is the last corner of my last lap. I was trying to do a little bit quicker. And yeah, that's what happens when you hit that sausage curve. Very, very deadly. Not very happy about that. Going on to the race. The leaderboard is all sorts of messed up. I think I started P7 or P8. Something like that. But yeah, regardless, I think turn 1's going to be crazy. It always is. A big gap between me and the Porsche ahead. I think someone didn't connect or something like that. There are a couple of cars in the pits, so it could have been him. Ferrari coming across. Oh, this is going to be spicy. Do not brake late. Brake nice and early, try and get around. Ferrari gets spun, everyone's chaos. I find a way around the outside. And there we go, still in P7, I believe it is. See if I can get around this Ferrari. This corner's very deadly in the Porsche. Really got to be careful of oversteer on that corner. I lose it a little bit. But yeah, able to get some sort of drive to the ground. So here we go, first lap of the race, going into the big sweeper. Totally forgot about the cold tyres. And the car does not want to turn. On the marbles, no good. In the grass. Ferrari goes past us. McLaren almost does. Almost hits us in the back there. But yeah, quite disappointed with myself there. I didn't even recognise that I had cold tyres. Should have tried to warm them up before I even started the race. But yeah. Slow car ahead, always dangerous. Cars everywhere. Oh, I was waiting for him to reverse back and take us both out. But I'm able to get past him there. P6 at the moment. So making our way forward, putting in some decent times. You can see the last lap times of 42.6 all the way up to 17-minute mark. So able to set some pretty consistent lap times. I can't be too unhappy about that. The Porsche is quite deadly to drive on all tracks, let alone Kyalami, a couple of off-camber ones as well. So coming into the pits here, trying to get a good stop. You want to go straight up when you park in the right spot. If not, you've got to wait like a second or a half second for the car to be moved. So get a good drive out of the pits here. Hopefully we can stay P5. I had a quick glance down at the leaderboard. I see the people behind me are actually in the pits. So P5 at the moment, 6 seconds behind P4. Gonna take a little bit of work to get up there. But I wasn't too sure whether I was making good time or not. I was just trying to run my race. You see the BMW here letting me pass. I completely missed the corner. Chapman comes up behind me in the Ferrari. Evidently was a little bit quicker. Side by side into the kink. Never a good idea. He stays out wide a bit longer than what I thought. I go to make the corner and run into the side of him. So he gets past. Nothing too crazy happened there. I think it was just me turning in a little bit too early. I don't know if that was a good place to pass or not. But regardless, that's what happened. We're both unscathed. Last corner here, or last lap here. I was keeping up with him. I wasn't gaining on him. We were just running a good race. So I get a decent drive out of the second to last corner, and then do a Tokyo drift around that kink. So that'll be this one done, unless I can find a way past. No, we both get good drive off the last corner. So give him a flash for good confidence, good driving, mate. And then he steps on the brakes. It's probably my own fault for being over that side of the track, but I was quite angry at the time. So here we go, last race. This one, oh sorry, third race. This one was absolutely hectic. This is an example of what happens when the race doesn't go your way, and you just try and push through it and salvage your result that you can. So qualified P5 with a decent lap time, nothing crazy. No rain on the horizon. Should be pretty good. Get a good drive off the start. Trying to peek my nose up the side of this, what is that, the Mustang? But does not happen. So he brakes really early. I don't want to be taken out by that Ferrari on the outside, so I brake even earlier. Get a good drive off of turn 1. Ferrari is next to me. Leave him the room. There we go, and we are through. Nearly put it into the back of that Mustang, but not too bad. So from here, it's just damage mitigation, trying to keep up the lap time, trying to just drive clean. It is quite difficult when you're behind cars. I'm still sort of learning how to do that. Mustang does not get a good drive off of there. I try and stick my nose down the outside. He brakes pretty good. Ferrari on the inside. I don't know whether he didn't see me or what happened. It looked like I disconnected for half a second and he was able to just drive straight through me. So from there, now ball is in my court, trying to game up some time here. I knew I had the pace, but I just had to try and put the power to the ground and make no mistakes. Have a look up the inside here, trying to play a few mind games with the Ferrari, but it definitely, yeah, he sees straight through it. So we'll see if we can get something done up to this corner here. I don't know what corner number it is, but probably the hardest on track to get right. Try and dive down the inside. He covers the inside, we go back, try and take a good apex, and we can't get it done. He's obviously an experienced driver, driven this track more than what I have, and yeah, wasn't able to quite get it done there. So at this point, damage mitigation, just trying to keep my nose clean, trying to set some decent laps, because once they pit ahead, you can just run laps, and if you can keep up the pace on old tires, then the newer tires will be even quicker. So yeah, P5 at the moment. See what we can do. I'm guessing P4 maybe at the best. P3's got some good pace. You can see he outbrakes himself a little bit there. Ferrari has good exit. At this point, I thought I could get past the Ferrari. Just trying to put my nose up the inside. He doesn't get a good exit. Has a little bit of a moment there. Very off cambered that corner. So seeing what we can do here. Trying to find an opening. See if we can make it stick on the inside here. He runs wide. We see if we can put our nose up the inside here. No, we can't. He gets a good drive off of that corner. So he lives to fight another day. He goes wide there. Hopefully I can get past him here. I thought that was definitely over, but yeah, a little bit of contact there, but nothing that won't hurt anyone. I had the racing line there. It was up to him to forfeit the position. So yeah, let me know down in the comments down below what you think about that. So Mustang goes stupid wide here. Back on the racing line, he rejoins, smacks into the side of me. So I don't know if that's an unsafe rejoin or whether I didn't give him the space. I felt like I gave him heaps, but yeah, he goes a little bit wide into that corner there and lets us have the position. So P3 at the moment, he's given us the flashing lights to say good job, good pass. But yeah, definitely I felt like I gave him the space there, but unfortunate for him, we're able to get it done. And now we're chasing down P2. It says I'm P2 at the moment, but I'm actually not. It's just a bit of a glitch with the scoring. So chasing him down, and that is what happens. Very unhappy with myself there, as you can see, trying to get the car spun around, and I forgot about the traction control. Won't let me do it. Wouldn't go in reverse. Don't rejoin when there's cars behind. Absolute chaos. I was a little bit flustered. I was pushing so hard to get to P2 there, and yeah, at this point I figured I might as well pit, just because I've got damage, my tires are cooked, and it's 25 minutes into the race anyway, so it's probably not a bad time to pit. So we go into the pits. We don't get the suspension and bodywork done. I feel like I can drive quick enough without it, and here we go. Bit of a chaos. Don't know what's going on here. Ferrari's a new car for me, and there we go. We finally get it up and going, and pit speed limiter. Drive through. Currently P12 after the pit stop. I think about quitting here. I was like, I'm done, let's forfeit. But I decided not to, just because the pace that we had, it wasn't too bad. I'm not sure whether I'll be doing much more racing in the Ferrari, because it's like the auto clutch doesn't work in that or something. I don't know if it's just a setting or whatever the go is. But yeah, we've got to drive through now. P11 out on track. Of course, it's not going to stay that way because people still have to pit and everything. So serving our pit lane penalty here. Very upset with myself, trying to calm me down with some nicotine. But yeah, P11 at the moment, but a lot of cars still have to pit, so see what we can do, trying to muster up some sort of result here. So P9 after all the pit stops, after everything's shaked out, lap car lets me pass, which is of course good etiquette. Bit of dust up there, I wonder what's going on, and then I see the car. Decide which way, left, right. Very hard to make a decision in that quick moment, but I choose the right one. He didn't let his foot off the brake, which is good. So up to P8 we go. Chasing down Garcia, 8.765 seconds ahead. And I feel like we had the pace against him. We're setting some pretty good laps, even though we had some damage, and our tyres were going to be getting worn towards the end of the race. So just trying to put my head down. I knew I wasn't going to have a really good result, but P8 after the pit stop, after I got yeah, absolutely demolished by that sausage curb, and then I couldn't work out how to drive the car. Sudden rush of shit to the brain. So trying to muster up some sort of position. Trying to just yeah, head down, see what I can get out of it. I see I am catching guys ahead, so trying to drive within my limits, but also push a little bit. End of the day, it's not exactly for a win. It's just P7, P6, but I'm still quite upset with myself at the moment. There's 9 minutes left. I know that time is running out, so it's kind of now or never if I want to make a move to try and gain a couple of positions. Yeah, just trying to keep my nose clean, not damage the car any further. But yeah, Ferrari's not bad to drive. Yeah, I just struggled with it. I don't know if it was, it could have just been the setup, or might quite possibly just me. But yeah, I got you can see down the bottom there, 2 track cuts, just pushing a bit too hard, taking a couple of curves a little bit too wide there, getting myself a couple of track cuts. But yeah, trying to put in the work, trying to just get it done. Time is ticking down in the race, trying to catch the Porsche for 6 seconds, so gained about 2 seconds over that lap, or a second and a half after that lap. So trying to, yeah, be happy with myself. It's quite hard to come back when you've put it into the wall like that, and you've lost all your positions. But yeah, just trying to be happy, set in some laps. Essentially this is just a practice session for me now. I know I'm not gonna get any sort of good result. So yeah, just trying to put in some laps while the car's damaged, see what sort of times I can do, and yeah, hopefully we can catch someone, but time will tell. So 8 minutes, about 9 laps. Big Tokyo drift there, you love to see it. Pushing probably a little bit too hard now looking back at the replay. Maybe should have just backed off a little bit and be happy with 8th place, because 9th place is 16 seconds behind me. So yeah, evidently he's probably not going to catch me as long as I don't do anything stupid. But yeah, just trying to put in some good laps. The 2 up ahead are close to fighting, so if they start to fight, then yeah, I can hopefully capitalize on that and gain back a position or 2. Yeah, keeping the nicotine flowing in my body there, trying to keep calm and collected. Try not to overdrive the car. That's something that I do quite a lot. When I'm behind like this, I overdrive the car, and yeah, overdriving the car makes you go a lot slower. So unfortunate what happened, but I need to just learn to just accept it and run my race after that. Try not to catch up to what was that, P4 or P5. Yeah, just be happy with what I have and work with what I got. So still P8. 3 seconds behind. Also, we've gained 3 seconds in the last 2 laps. Just trying to put in some laps. As I keep saying, it's just a practice session for me now. Just trying to do what I can. While I have this chance, while I'm just running a couple of laps here, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this series, but I should keep it going. I've got some other things on the go in the background. We'll hopefully see something turn up on the channel in the next couple of months, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I don't want to promise anything, because yeah, you guys know how good I am at keeping my promises. But yeah, I'm happy to keep going in this series, to do a full season of LFM. I don't think I've actually ever raced a full season, because I've always been really busy with work, but yeah, hopefully my roster now can allow me to do some more stuff. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want me to do something else with ACC, not necessarily just LFM online races, let me know. So 5 minutes left in this race. We have 2 track cuts and we're 3 seconds behind 7th place. Can we catch him? It's going to be a big ask. I can see the timer, or the time coming down and down. He's in my vision now. So just trying to put together smooth laps, not pushing too hard within my ability. And yeah, just trying to catch him. I knew that P7 was probably the best I was going to do here. So just trying to be happy with that and essentially practice trying to pass. That's essentially what it is. You can see the lap times there. He ran a 55 or 45.5. I ran a 43 flat. So very much catching. As per the maths, I should catch him maybe this lap or the next lap. But yeah, just trying to put in decent laps. Definitely not overdriving the car. And I knew that we were close. As soon as we start to get closer, the other drivers start to panic a little bit, especially in these rookie series. A lot of them don't have a lot of experience driving around cars, or nor do I. But yeah, I've noticed it quite a bit. All you got to do is apply a little bit of pressure, and mistakes tend to happen quite quickly. So 1.6 behind. We are gaining quite quickly here. 4 minutes left in the race. I know I can get it done. I know that I can get this pass done, but yeah, I just need to play a little bit safe, try not to push too hard, which evidently I am not listening to my own advice. Pushing way too hard for the position that I'm in. We just about can see the person or the guy in 6th place just up the road, although trying to spot the brake marker in the dark, quite difficult. We're gaining and gaining. At this point, he knows that I'm here. He knows what's going to happen. He just needs to damage limitate or try and hold me behind. So we try and get a good drive out of turn, or the last turn, onto the straight. The Ferrari does have pretty good straight line speed, but yeah, nothing like the Porsche can get out of corners. It's absolutely crazy. So turn 1 here. Let's see if we can make a move on him. I think he brakes really early. I brake a little bit late, but yeah, now we're right behind him. We get a better line through this, and he just hits the curb, puts himself in the air, loses it, hit the sausage curb, and we're away. So now eyes forward, trying to catch the next guy. 6th place. We did shave down the time quite a lot. You can see 1.8 behind going into the last corner. It is the last lap. We just needed maybe 3 or 4 more laps, and yeah, we could have caught him. But yeah, not real happy with myself there. P7 finish. So here we go, the last race. And if this is anything like the last race, or sorry, the race before this, then yeah, things are going to be crazy. A lot more people on the grid. Set a similar qualifying time, like a 42.6, 42.5, and yeah, qualified P13. So a lot better, a lot stronger grid this one, a lot more faster drivers. So just trying to keep my nose clean here, and we'll see how we go. 29 drivers on this grid. Could be chaos into turn 1, and there is cars everywhere. Seems to have all calmed down. We got up the inside trying to make up a heap of positions. There is another car that's spun behind us. Still Carnage. This Porsche gets tapped from the outside, takes our front out. I just sit here, hold the brake, try not to rejoin onto the track in front of drivers. Definitely not the right sportsmanship. I thought about going here, but I looked at the race map and there was 2 cars behind, so yeah, I don't want to rejoin in front of people. And now we are dead last after 3 corners. So we got quite a lot of work to do here, but the way that last race went, I knew if I just stuck my head down, tried to run the laps that I knew I could run, then we could get a decent position. Absolute carnage. Oh, I nearly lose it as well. There's cars off track in front. Not a good first lap for me. I think, yeah, my head probably wasn't in the best space. An excellent rejoin from the Porsche there. So we know we've got damage. So got to try and have to manage the car as best I can here. See a yellow flag here. I thought there might have been a car spun around there, but he could have just respawned back to the pits. Not sure. But here we go, head down. 3.2 seconds of damage, not too bad, not as much as what I thought. But definitely could have all been avoided. So find the braking spot, definitely a lot easier in the daytime. So we see another yellow flag ahead, a heap of dust in the air. We wonder what's going to happen once we round this kink. Is there anything? No, a lot of people going into the pit to try and avoid the traffic. Probably not a bad play. We nearly ran up the back of that McLaren there, but we're able to step on the brakes enough. Try and get a run into T1 here. We're similar speed here. I'll get the slipstream. Hopefully we can dive up the inside. We'll see what happens. He pushes me wide. Let's see who can be the best on the brakes. I hit my brake marker. I think he does. Maybe a little bit late, but yeah, definitely touches me there. So a couple of corners later, we have caught up to the Bentley, or the Aston, whatever that is. He sticks to the inside quite well here. And then, yeah, good defending by him, but I think he just outbroke himself a little bit there. So we're able to go up the inside, get the pass done before the chicane down and up the hill. So now it's just head down. I knew I had the lap time. I didn't have to do anything crazy. So yeah, just trying to do what I can. And here we go, trying to catch up to the McLaren. He has a bit of a moment out of that off-camber corner there. See if we can stick it down the inside here. I show my nose. He goes a bit wide there. See if we can make it stick on the next corner here. We brake late. So does he. We go back up the inside and get the pass done. So up to P16 now. That was P16 back there, just the scoreboard is a little bit glitchy. So another one of the McLarens nearly run into the back of him there. He almost spun the car in the last corner. So yeah, we get good drive. We don't hit him. Get the slipstream into T1. Hopefully we can get this pass done. Shouldn't be too difficult from where we are now. Picked a braking spot. And we are through. So now, eyes forward, trying to catch up to this Ferrari here. Keep an eye on the back markers here. So I flashed the Ferrari, the back marker. He pitted early. Not sure where he started, but yeah, coming out of here, I have a good line. I don't know if he turned in, or I lost it, or I don't know. I felt pretty stable there, but yeah, all that work, it took probably 6 laps or 7 laps to pass these 3 or 4 cars, and now we're put right back to where we are. So you see another McLaren out there going really wide, and now we're back behind the Aston or the Bentley, whatever it is. There we go, another McLaren going wide. It must be McLaren day. They're yeah, dropping like flies. That's that deadly sausage curb. So pretty good drive out of last corner. Behind the Aston. I'm just going to commit to calling it an Aston. I don't actually know what it is, but yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, pretty good drive out of the last corner. He covers the inside. It looks like he brakes a little bit late, so I dived to the inside, and yeah, he actually broke early. That car must be really good on the brakes. So able to get that position back. P15 now. Yeah, just trying to put in some decent laps. Another yellow curb at the kink. Watch out for the Ferrari. Oh, that was close. Very, very deadly there. So P13 now. Was able to gain a couple of spots there. Back behind this McLaren. I don't know if it's just the same skin or what the go is, but yeah, back behind the McLaren. I knew I was faster than him. Gave him the flash of the lights to say let me through, and yeah, he sticks to the inside, which is totally fine. I would have done the same thing, but this looks like he was letting me by, but he was actually just defending the corner. So I just go right around the outside, trying to make it stick here. Leave the space on the inside there, and we are through. Try not to overshoot the exit to this corner here, up towards the hairpin. So we are through, so long as we can defend it, and it's not too bad. So here we are into the second half of the race here, straight past the pit stop. So running not too bad at the moment. P8 on track. There we go. We have P9 just behind us here. He's on the straight just beside us there. The Ferrari. We're going to make a move to try and get past him. He ran a 42.8, so pretty similar speed to what I was doing, in all honesty. But yeah, just a little bit inconsistent, to be honest. So Ferrari's able to put a Porsche in between him and me, and I wasn't able to catch. So nothing too spectacular there. We just yeah, just running races and running laps. It's yeah, this circuit is pretty lackluster, to be honest. So yeah, consider subscribing for more content. I have some exciting videos coming up. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one.